Let me make this perfectly clear. Don't you ever buy a carbon steel blade pocket knife. Guys, welcome to the channel Modern Survivalist, and I'm explaining this because in one of the comments in a previous video, someone was arguing that, hey, you don't know, that's a 1065 blade in that knife, the Work Pro that I've been testing lately, because yeah, it's one of the cheapest multi-tools out there and I want to see how well it works. It actually works surprisingly well. Still testing it, but so far very, very good, super pleased. So this guy, this idiot, was arguing, well, just commenting, and he was very like insulting, like, you don't know a damn thing, that's a 1065. No, you moron, it's not. This is a stainless steel blade. I mean, I didn't even have to check. I know it's stainless steel. It is visibly stainless steel. No one in his right mind uses anything but stainless steel in a multi-tool. You're just begging to have a horrible product that will get returned and you'll be in bankrupt. You'll end up bankrupt for selling something that no one wants. It's gonna be rusted before it's delivered in Amazon. Doesn't make any sense to have a carbon steel folding knife, let alone a multi-tool, all right? But I knew it was stainless steel. And, you know, funny enough, I looked it up and there was actually a website for this brand, Work Pro, and in the website, they do say that, yeah, it's of course stainless steel, dummy. What do you think it's gonna be? Why is it that everyone uses stainless steel? Because stainless steel is not as likely to rust as carbon steel. But I'm saying this because there are very few, but there are some pocket knives out there that are carbon steel. Now, this is not the case. This is, as it says there, inox. So this is stainless steel. Inox for inoxidable, just like Victor Inox. Victor Inox is because of Victoria, the mother of the creator of the Victorinox, and Inox because of the stainless steel used in Victorinox knives. So Victorinox uses stainless steel because that's what you're supposed to use. Now, there are still a bunch of brands out there that are still doing carbon steel pocket knives and folding knives. That is just a horrible idea. Why? Well, because carbon steel rusts. Because in spite of whatever you may try, eventually you will have rust. And this is what happens. This is a carbon steel knife that has rusted. I cleaned it, oiled it, did a little bit of a patina there with vinegar. But you can see the spots, the marks. That's what happens with carbon steel. And that is usually not a big deal in a fixed blade knife. In a little pocket knife or big pocket knife or whatever, especially in a multi-tool with so many little areas in which there can be rust and humidity and problems, that's an issue, right? So if this is carbon steel, what will happen is it will rust very, very quickly if I'm not even taking care of it. Even if I take care of it, there's parts there where it pivots right there in that pin, right? In that little pivot point and friction points. If it starts rusting in there, that's going to be a massive problem. And given that this is a natural material, this is wood, humidity, wood, carbon steel, that's always a disaster of a combination. In spite of that, Opinel does have carbon steel knives still, carbon steel folding knives still. I really cannot recommend it. Is there someone that has, yeah, my grandpa, you asshole, has a carbon steel Opinel. He's been using it for 500 years. Your grandfather is 500 years old? Of course he is. I'm not lying. You're lying. Screw you. Okay. That's kind of how this thing goes. But what I'm going at here is you want to avoid a carbon steel folding knife as if it is the fucking plague, because it is. You don't want to have a carbon steel folding knife, a carbon steel multi-tool. I don't even know if there's a carbon steel multi-tool being made out there, but some carbon steel folding knives, Opinel does, so maybe there is someone else out there. In general, in the enormous majority, you will not see it. In the enormous majority of the cases, it will all be stainless steel because that's what makes sense. That's what will not rust. That's what will not piss off the customers and have those things being returned and you losing money. You always go with stainless steel. And for this dumbass that was throwing 1065 out there, no, it's going to be something like this. And something like this is going to be cheap 420 stainless steel. The more common stainless steel there is in the planet, the cheapest stainless steel in the planet. If they could get away with using carbon steel, they would use that because it's even cheaper. Stainless steel is going to be a little bit more expensive, but really not all that much. With the cheapest stainless steel, with 420, you can make a decent looking knife that has somewhat of a good age, and especially it will not rust and it will not bind up all of the mechanism and have that thing turned completely useless. So folks, if you want to learn more about all this stuff, you have the channel with a ton of information. I always recommend getting my books, especially for the stuff of EDC, street survival skills, for the economic aspect of preparedness, surviving the economic collapse. See you next time. Take care. Have an awesome day.